Welcome to the Your Health Facts podcast. Today we're going to be diving deep into a topic that might surprise you. Foods that are often presented as healthy, but actually may have some downsides you haven't considered.
It's fascinating how the food industry uses these marketing tactics to make us think certain products are good for us when in reality they might not be.
Yeah.
Let's start with granola bars.
Okay.
They're often touted as a healthy snack,
Right.
due to the whole grains and the honey. However, many granola bars contain genetically modified ingredients which may contain glyphosate, an herbicide that's been linked to cancer. A recent lawsuit against the makers of Roundup Ready, a product that contains glyphosate, resulted in a $300 million settlement for a man with terminal cancer linked to glyphosate exposure. And additionally, granola bars are often loaded with sugar from sources like brown sugar syrup and honey, contributing to blood sugar spikes. And then let's not forget the unhealthy seed oils like canola and sunflower oil frequently found in granola bars.
Mhm.
These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can be inflammatory when consumed in excess. This inflammation can lead to issues like joint pain, skin problems, and even heart disease if your diet's not balanced with enough omega-3s.
That's a lot to consider for something that seems so innocent on the surface.
Exactly.
Next, let's take a look at agave syrup.
Okay.
Agave is often praised as a natural and diabetic-friendly sweetener because of its low glycemic index. However, agave is actually very high in fructose, about 85%, which is even higher than high fructose corn syrup. Consuming just 2 tablespoons of agave a day can significantly increase your risk of fatty liver disease. While small amounts of agave in moderation likely pose no significant risk for most people, the problem with fructose is that it's primarily processed by the liver. And when you consume too much, it can overwhelm the liver, leading to problems like liver damage, insulin resistance, and obesity.
Right.
Interestingly, your liver processes fructose similar to how it processes alcohol,
Wow.
essentially treating it as a toxin.
Another food many people perceive as healthy is flavored yogurt. It's often seen as a good source of probiotics, calcium, and protein.
Right.
Unfortunately, flavored yogurt often contains an alarming amount of added sugar, sometimes exceeding the amount found in a candy bar. This added sugar negates any potential benefits from the probiotics because it feeds the harmful bacteria in your gut instead of the beneficial ones.
Oh, interesting.
Furthermore, the effectiveness of probiotics in yogurt is debatable, as many don't survive the harsh environment of your stomach acid.
Makes sense.
Plain yogurt options like Bulgarian and Greek yogurt are much better choices because they lack the added sugar, they contain more protein, and less lactose.
Okay.
Kefir is another great alternative. Similar to yogurt, it boasts a wider variety of beneficial bacteria. Remember to choose plain kefir and avoid those with added flavors and sugars.
Now, let's talk about non-dairy creamers.
Okay.
Frequently marketed as a low-fat and healthier alternative to milk and cream.
Yeah.
However, while they may be lower in fat, non-dairy creamers often contain a long list of unhealthy ingredients, including high fructose corn syrup, glucose syrup, maltodextrin, and even hidden trans fats.
Oh, wow.
Labeling can be deceptive, as manufacturers are allowed to round down trans fat per serving to 0 if it's less than half a gram, labeling it trans fat-free.
Interesting.
Organic cream or half and half are much healthier choices, offering natural richness and flavor without the added sugars and processed ingredients.
Soy milk is another beverage that has generated much debate
Right.
regarding its health benefits, often considered a healthy substitute for dairy milk. However, there are some potential concerns to be aware of. Soy contains compounds called isoflavones, which can mimic the effects of estrogen in the body. While this may offer some benefits for women going through menopause, excessive soy consumption, such as men consuming over 50 grams of soy protein daily, may experience hormonal shifts and has been linked to potential hormonal imbalances in both men and women.
Oh, really?
I recall a case study of a man who developed breast tissue from consuming large quantities of soy milk, likely due to the estrogenic effects of soy. There are also concerns regarding the processing methods of most soy products. These methods often involve high heat, chemical solvents, and genetic modification, which can negatively impact nutritional value and potentially introduce harmful compounds.
Moving on to a seemingly healthy option, fast food lettuce or salads. These appear to be a good way to get some vegetables, but fast food salads often come with hidden downsides. The dressings are usually loaded with unhealthy ingredients like seed oils, trans fats, starches, and high fructose corn syrup.
Oh my goodness.
Even the lettuce itself can be problematic. It's often treated with a chlorine wash to kill bacteria, but this process also destroys many beneficial nutrients. Additionally, a chemical preservative called sodium bisulfite is commonly used to prevent the lettuce from browning, raising concerns about potential health effects. When you're craving a salad but lack the time to make one at home, choose a restaurant that uses fresh ingredients and makes their dressings in-house. Or even better, opt for a homemade salad where you can control the quality of the ingredients.
Our final food for today's discussion might surprise you. Puffed cereal.
Okay.
These light and airy cereals are often perceived as a healthy snack option, but there's more to the story. A chemist working for Quaker Oats was fired after he discovered alarming results from a study on rats that were fed puffed cereal. The rats in the study died prematurely.
Wow, really?
Intrigued by this, I conducted my own experiment with rats. I had 4 groups of rats. One group was fed regular rat food, another group was fed whole wheat bread, another group was fed white bread, and the final group was fed puffed cereal. After a week and a half to 2 weeks, I noticed something disturbing. The rats that were fed the puffed cereal began to develop bulging red eyes and were dying at an alarming rate.
This is incredible. It sounds like there's more to puffed cereal than meets the eye. The processing methods and the potential for harmful compounds to be created during the puffing process certainly raise questions. For those interested in learning more about this, I recommend the book Beating the Food Giants by Paul Stitt.
Let's shift our focus to another category of food that often gets a health halo: beverages. Just like with food, many beverages marketed as healthy may not be living up to their claims. Let's start with fruit juice. While fruit juice does contain some vitamins and minerals, it is also very high in sugar, even if it's 100% juice with no added sugar. The juicing process removes the fiber from the fruit, which helps to slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. Without that fiber, the sugar in juice hits your system quickly, leading to blood sugar spikes and crashes. Your body doesn't differentiate between natural sugar and added sugar. Too much sugar from any source can lead to health problems like weight gain, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes.
Next are sports drinks. They initially seem like they'd be good for you, especially after a workout.
Yeah.
While sports drinks contain electrolytes, which are lost through sweat, and carbohydrates, which can help replenish energy stores, they were originally designed for athletes engaged in intense, prolonged activity. However, for the average person who's not training for a marathon, sports drinks are simply unnecessary and contribute to excess sugar and calorie intake. Water is essential for life and is the best way to stay hydrated without any added sugars or artificial ingredients.
Let's move on to another popular beverage category: smoothies. Smoothies are often touted as a healthy meal replacement or snack, and can certainly be a healthy option if they're made with the right ingredients. However, many commercially prepared smoothies and even some homemade ones can be loaded with sugar, unhealthy fats, and unnecessary calories. One of the biggest mistakes people make is adding too much fruit. While fruit is nutritious, it also contains sugar. A smoothie with multiple servings of fruit can end up having as much sugar as a can of soda. Another issue is the addition of sweeteners like honey, agave, or even fruit juice concentrates. These add even more sugar to the mix. Finally, some smoothies contain added fats like nut butter or coconut oil. While these fats can be healthy in moderation, too much can contribute to excess calorie intake. To ensure your smoothies are actually healthy, focus on using a balance of ingredients. Include a source of protein like Greek yogurt or protein powder, plenty of leafy greens, a moderate amount of fruit, and healthy fats in moderation. You can also use unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk as a base.
Now let's discuss diet sodas, which are often marketed as a healthy alternative to regular soda. While diet sodas may be lower in calories and sugar, they contain artificial sweeteners, which have been linked to various health concerns.
Yeah.
Some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners can disrupt the gut microbiome, which is the community of microorganisms living in your digestive tract, interfere with metabolism, and even increase cravings for sugary foods. It's always best to choose beverages that are as close to their natural state as possible. We've covered a lot of ground today, from granola bars to smoothies. It's amazing how much misleading information is out there about food and beverages.
The food industry excels at making us believe that certain products are healthy when in reality they're not. It's important to be aware of these tactics so we can make informed choices for ourselves.
This deep dive has certainly given me a lot to think about. I'm going to be much more mindful of the foods and beverages I choose from now on.
That's great to hear. Knowledge is power. When we understand how certain foods and ingredients can impact our health, we can make choices that support our well-being.
Well, thank you for sharing your expertise with us today. It's been an incredibly insightful and eye-opening discussion.
It's been my pleasure. I hope this information empowers you to make healthier choices and to really take control of your health.
For more information on healthy eating and to learn more about the truth behind food marketing, be sure to subscribe to yourhealthfacts.com. This concludes our deep dive for today.